Hi, I'm Guy Training, and this is AI in the Classroom. And today I want to talk about some new things I made with Gemini Gems. The reason I love making the gems is that you can create something that then keeps functioning and you don't have to recreate or reprompt. So you can craft your prompt to get exactly what you want, and then it can keep generating based on your input. And in this case, I wanted to see if Gemini can create for me ideas for escape rooms. Escape rooms are a great way to engage students in a topic, whether it is in biology or some other sciences, or in my case, I thought about history, and I made this gem. You can see the prompt. The prompt is very, very short. Create an app that makes digital puzzles for an escape room, covering historical concept. User chooses a period or event. It creates about 5 puzzles each time. And this is what it looks like. So I will type in a period, let's say a Revolutionary War, and now it is thinking. And I love the fact that it's got the steps on the left-hand side, and it tells you where you are in the process and then what it's doing. The advantage of this one is it is a little bit lighter on the visuals, a little more on the descriptives and the text, and therefore it produces quite fast. But you do have to remember that if you want a good result, it is going to take a little bit of time, and that's perfectly fine. What you are trying to avoid is these endless thinking loops. I have gotten into a few of those, so testing your gem and making sure it works is really, really important. And here we have the file. It has a title, it has the historical concept described, and then it's got the digital puzzles. So you can see that there's a cipher with aspiring, I love that, crossing the Delaware, very important moment, the Liberty Bell message, Washington's map room, and you can go to each one of these and get a better description of what it is. Notice that in this case, it's just generating the concept. It's still up to me to generate the documents that come after that to make sure. I actually love that, first of all, because as a result, the production is much faster, and it also allows me to make some changes and create some physical objects or activities that are not all digital. Because while I love digital escape rooms, they confine kids to the screen and everything that happens there. And if you have some supplies and you want it to be more open-ended, doing them in the real world is great. So that was this one. And I want to take you back to my gems and show you one more thing, because it shows the creativity that you can have. And so first of all, as you create these, they will get stored, but in the in Gemini's labs. And so you can see the things they have created, and then you can create your own, and they'll get stored there. So you're not losing them. They're there, and anywhere that you log in into Gemini with your password and everything else. And this is, by the way, on the free account. So this is not paid for in any way. So we did history's puzzle. I did create a Limerick generator. And so in the Limerick generator, you generate the name of a place, let's say London, and an action, I don't know, learning. And it will generate a Limerick. This is just a demonstration of what it can do. And through it, for example, you can have kids explore the structure of something, because you can produce a number of them. They can get creative with it while getting a little bit of help. You can work on vocabulary choice, things like that. Just remember that limericks tend to be a little bit risque. So it may not be the best thing to try with young kids, although it doesn't generate anything that is really out there, at least in my experience. But if you're making something like that, you'd better check that it's not creating a problem if you're going to use it in the classroom. You can see the limerick, a curious limerick. In the city of London for learning, a young student was constantly yearning. He sat in a big chair with a scholarly air, while his dinner was steadily burning. So it is a great way to think about how you plan It's a great way to also just experiment with what Gemini can create. And these little gems, as you make them, you can share them with colleagues, you can share them with students, you can use them repeatedly if they're just for teacher use. So it's a great option. And I'll see you next time on AI in the Classroom.